On a very late night, 50 Cent decides to destroy Jim Jones and the Let's Rap About It podcast in the worst way ever. 50 Cent might be the most evil person in not just hip hop but entertainment in general. Did Fifth go too far? And is this probably one of the worst L's in Jimmy's career? Listen, gang, I need y'all to hit the like button and hit the hype button, cause we about to get deep.
Sipping slow, yakking the act, thinking I'm there.
Oh, champ. Run up these likes, and make sure you hit the hype button, cause it does help the channel in a major way. Listen, gang, 50 Cent might just be the most evil person of all times, cause this was crazy. Now, some might say that this was uncalled for, and some might say, hey, this is in response to something that happened on the Let's Rap About It podcast a few days ago, or a day ago, because guess what? Jim Jones and company mentioned something about G-Unit that can be taken as very offensive. I ain't gonna lie, we gonna get into all that content. I need y'all to hit the like and hit the hype button as we jump in. All chat. So 50 Cent posted surveillance footage of Jim Jones being evicted from the studio where the Let's Rap About It podcast is done at. Alright, the same building that Fifth said that he would end up buying if Jimmy didn't pay his rent. Well, apparently Jimmy never paid his rent, and the date of the surveillance footage says 2/19/2026, which is Thursday. Now obviously it's Friday now, very late at night, right? It's the morning time, however, but 50 Cent obtained this footage fresh from Thursday, which means the landlord gave him this footage. As you know, Fifth spoke to the landlord behind the scenes, received a voicemail from the landlord of voice notes, and he posted that as well some months ago. And now we got actual footage of Jimmy trying to kick down the doors with audio too. Take a look at this.
He cut the lights off. You're not supposed to. You heard Jim? Huh? He cut the lights off. What's up? What happened? Yeah, I'm good. No, it's mine. My property. All right. You got a problem with somebody.
Oh, shit. This is bad. You would have thought by now Jimmy would have paid the stuff off or what have you, but apparently he didn't. Now, crazy enough, in the beginning of this footage, you hear them talking about he turned the lights off. Well, hey, we already knew he turned the lights off and turned the heat off. But now, the landlord has locked the doors. Oh, champ, this is bad. Yeah, this is really bad. This is awful. Why would 50 Cent post such a thing? I need y'all to hear this again.
You're not supposed to. You heard Jim? Huh? He cut the lights off.
Cut them lights off, champ. Then you seen people complain about the banging. And Jimmy, of course, said that he owns the properties in which he was kicking those doors, obviously, to the studio. And someone was saying something about it. And you can hear that too, by the way. Look. Watch.
What's up? What happened? Yeah, I'm good. No, it's mine. My property. All right. You got a problem with somebody.
No, this is my property. You got a problem? Talk to me about it. Well, champ, the landlord tried to talk about that rent, champ, on the studio. Rent was not paid. Oh, champ, listen, A lot of people are gonna be mad at this video and say, hey, why 50 ain't rapping? Why is he showing us these things? Well, people been taking shots back and forth. Fifth ain't about to rap, and y'all know he's not about to rap. But guess what? All is fair in war. You can't be mad at war tactics. Fifth been doing this for a long time, champ. I mean, it ain't every day that 50 has done something, right? Now, a lot of people was mad at 50 about the Little Kim situation too, because they think he's picking on Little Kim. But if you know anything about 50 Cent, you know that Little Kim's ex is one of 50 Cent's ops, right? And you also know that he didn't show up to the Magic Stick video, or she didn't show up to the Magic Stick video, because obviously there was problems. There's problems with this guy named Harv. I mean, what's his name? World. I'm bug. I called him Harv. World. Everyone knows about the dude named World who Fifth had an issue with, who was one of Fifth's enemies, right? And that's the reason why he continues to pick at Little Kim. Little Kim is not a friend of 50 Cent, and he ain't just bullying her. Something definitely happened. So again, he ain't picking on nobody. Something happened, just like with this situation, and we're gonna get into that in just a second. Now, 50 Cent also posted the actual eviction notice. So to make matters worse, 50 actually brought the receipt of the eviction notice just to let people know, hey, in case you think this ain't a video about his eviction and you got any second guesses, champ, no, this is the video, champ. And what says here, notice to IFC Management LLC, Joseph Jones, 780 East 133rd Street, take notice as follows. The tenant was served with a 15-day notice of default dated January 5th of 2026, which expired on January 22nd of 2026, and a 5-day notice of termination dated February 10th of 2026, which expired on February 17th of 2026, which is 2 days before the actual video, which was on the 19th, which was a Thursday. 2, the tenant's tenancy at the premises has been terminated. That pursuant to landlord's rights under the lease, including paragraph 17 of the lease, and as set forth in the termination notice, landlord has elected to re-enter and take possession of the premises and has peaceably recovered possession of the premises. That tenant may make arrangements with landlord to coordinate the retrieval of tenant's property from the premises. That should tenant attempt to enter the premises, change the locks, or seek to retrieve its property, or cause any third party to do so without the landlord's express permission, landlord reserves the right to prosecute the same as a trespass and pursue all other available remedies. That to coordinate the retrieval of tenant's property from premise, contact Raher Enterprises LLC. Yeah, so you get the gist of what happened. Apparently, this was a whole 15-day notice, by the way, on January 5th of 2026. So Jimmy, I guess, had ample amount of time to pay this so-called rent, and he ain't paid. And apparently, the Let's Rap About It podcast ain't got no studio, which is crazy. Now, this happens just a day or two after the Let's Rap About It podcast made some statements about a G-Unit situation subliminally. All right, they didn't name any names, but they spoke subliminally. All right, about the situation between Tony Yayo, Uncle Murder, and Ja Rule on the plane. And then 50 Cent takes it upon himself to post this footage to be insanely petty, because who would Fifth be if he wasn't petty, right? Let's take a look at what the Let's Rap About It podcast did to make these things possible.
You handle your family or your friends using your name for clout.
That shit happens anyway, man. People gonna go for clout over money nowadays, so you gotta expect it. There's some people that's close to you, some people you call friends, they be using your name for clout when you're not around. Like, you know how this game go, man. Clout is what everybody chasing right now. Don't think so?
I do.
It's like a combination, right? How about the person that you would call, right, as an emergency is using your name for clout.
That's heavy.
That's crazy.
Who do you call if you on a plane
Depends on.
and you run into niggas and it turns into a pillow fight? Who do you call in?
That's a good question.
Who do you call if you run into some of your opposition
Your ops?
on a plane? How do you handle it?
Can't call nobody on the plane.
Until something happens.
No, but the plane didn't take off. But like, how do you handle it?
Oh, it's
What do
not in
you
the
do?
air?
It's not in the air.
The charges could be
Oh, no,
a
man.
little less if it's not in the air.
Charges could be a little less.
If it's not in the air.
Oh, so you taking the charge?
I'm just weighing different situations and things like that. You know what I mean?
Like
Nah, that's a federal charge.
that's a federal charge.
On that plane?
Sure.
If it's in the air or if you on the ground?
I don't know.
No, not necessarily.
He didn't have a fight at the.
But you wasn't on the plane?
He wasn't on a plane. It was
It
airport, though,
was an
right?
airport.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing?
It may not be. They might have a. They
Airport, I think
might be
the-
something different,
I think
right?
the
Might be
airport
something different.
Once you get on
I
that
don't know. I
plane,
really don't know. I looked it up. It says that fighting on a plane is a federal charge, but is that fighting on a plane when it's in the air?
But
Is
let's
that
check it
different?
out.
I've been banned from that
Google
same
that.
airline for not.
I've
for
been
It's
some-
smart.
fighting on the
Plane, but I
plane
wasn't- I
and
wasn't-
fighting in the airport. Two different things.
Gotta
Right.
be.
Or does it mean, or is it different when you?
I think you
when the
could get
plane
it
is
on in the
air?
airport and you good.
I mean, I've been kicked off of flights, but I wasn't fighting.
So yo, ops
On
for
the plane,
37,000 to crash out.
you just can't get through it. You just got to do something. At least wait.
So you get
you-
off the plane,
Deboard the plane.
and then it could be a state thing.
Right. Then you can get with it.
Can you have a
See, basically what's happening here is Mano brought this up, right? He said, what if you pillow fight on the plane? So they take his subs at the whole situation with Ja Rule versus Yayo and Uncle Murder. People was saying, oh, why y'all ain't fight on the plane? Oh, Ja Rule stood on business, which he didn't stand on business because Ja Rule wasn't going to do nothing. And if they wanted to, they could have got off that plane and got it on outside, because guess what? Outside of that airport is the actual hoods of 50, Yale, Banks, etc. Ja Rule's hood is not far. North side, south side, Jamaica, Queens, right? As soon as you leave that airport, you in south side, Jamaica, Queens, you are in the hood as soon as you get out of JFK. The hood is right there as soon as you exit JFK airport. The hood, my hood as well, is right there. Okay, they're saying, Jimmy especially is saying, hey, but you could get it on off the plane, right? So they basically saying, hey, how come Yayo and them didn't do nothing to Ja Rule off the plane? Basically trying to say that they're suckers. And this is how 50 Cent is taking it, right? So 50 Cent sees this footage, sees this clip, said, oh, really? And this episode dropped like a day, literally a day before the eviction happened, and the eviction video happened, and 50 posts it late tonight. Crazy, right? Yeah, only on the man's platform will you see this. But I already knew this already, gang, because I was peeping what was going on. So Fifth is not a bozo. Fifth knows what he's doing, and Fifth is strategic, and Fifth is petty. This was a direct result of this segment of the last episode of Let's Rap About It. And now the same studio that they're doing this at has been pretty much taken over by the landlord because Jimmy's evicted. It's Jimmy's studio. Evicted. IFC, the IFC people, the company that's working with Jim Jones or what have you, everyone's gone, champ. So the same podcast, eviction and all that, video posted, 50 Cent made the post, gang. This guy is crazy. Y'all gotta stop playing with Fifth. I'm just saying.
pillow fight on the thing?
That's the thing. That's the key.
Now,
Maybe not a physical, but
You can at least have a pillow fight.
pillow fight seems like it's
is
legal.
pillow an assault?
Pillow fight not legal either?
Is that an assault charge if you get hit with a pillow?
I don't think that's a real
could- I don't know.
assault.
Shit, if you hit a nigga with water right now,
If you throw a pillow at a random like old white lady in first class, that might be assault.
Nah, you hit anybody white, you get assault.
So yeah, they just toying with G Unit pretty much. So again, this was clearly a shot at Yayo and Murder, because again, they pretty much the ops right now. You know, there's clearly an issue between Let's Rap About It and G Unit, right? There's a little issue going on, a little friction going on. They was looking for a rap battle, they didn't get one. Fifth is not rapping, but Fifth is definitely making them look crazy, right? From the cold air, no heat, to no lights. It just got worse and worse, and now y'all just don't got no studio right now, and it's a fact. So now y'all gotta have to switch locations. So the Let's Rap About It podcast is gonna be on pause until they can find new space. Cause how they gonna get new space so quickly, right? It's not looking good, gang. All chant, but take a look at what 50 said in the caption for the video in the eviction notice. Look at what 50 said in the caption. 50 Cent wrote in the same caption on Instagram as the surveillance footage of Jimmy trying to kick down the studio door, as well as the eviction notice that I just read y'all. He said, damn bro, this wouldn't happen if we was friends. Wanna be friends? Question mark. I don't even know. Let's rap about it. LOL. Delicious. 50 is petty. Stop playing with 50. Listen, I'm gonna just say it. Y'all gotta stop playing with 50. Like I said, some people are gonna think that this is corny. Others are gonna be like, wow, 50's evil, Chimp. Yeah, I agree. I think 5th is evil, Chimp. You gotta stop playing with evil people, man. But he's evil for the right reasons. I mean, 5th was just responding back to what they did. And you know how petty 5th can be. He been doing this for years, Champ. I mean, years. This is crazy. All Champ 50. Have mercy on the Champ. All Champ. Have mercy on the. Man, look. Niggas gonna say, hey, this guy's about to be 50 and he can't pay the goddamn rent. 50. A successful rapper. I guess you could call him a legend because legend means popular, right? Everybody knows who Jimmy is, right? And he ain't paying the rent for the studio that they're doing the podcast at. So this looks crazy. This looks crazier than 50 not rapping. At 50 not rapping, 50's making big moves right now. He's in Shreveport with the G Unit Studios and Power and all these other projects. Listen, 5th is doing great things. He's doing great business moves. Jimmy doesn't look like he's doing much of that. And ain't this the same studio where he was supposed to create this utopia for creators and what have you? I guess it's all gone now, right? Oh, champ, it's not looking good for Jimmy. Did 5th just take it too far with this whole beefing with Jim Jones and the Let's Rap About It podcast? Has it gone too far, champ? Or is this rightfully done after the footage we seen from the last episode of Let's Rap About It podcast? Did they ask for this type of energy? Hey, listen, I want y'all to hit the like button and hit the hype button and let me know how y'all feel about all this in the comment section, cause this is getting crazy, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Also, gang, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you are brand new. Hit the notification bell for all of the amazing new content. Get those updates. But one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the mayor, the one and only New York Mayor, F. Mom Donnie, and you're rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.